Welcome students. In this class, I will be discussing and sharing the points related with the sense of collective belongings. Nationalism spreads when people begin to believe that they are all part of the same nation, when they discover some unity that binds them together. But how did the nation become a reality in the minds of people? How did people belonging to different communities, regions, or language groups develop a sense of collective belonging? This sense of collective belonging came partly through the experience of united struggles, but there were also a variety of culture processes through which nationalism captured people's imagination. History and fiction, folklore and songs, popular prints and symbols all played a part in the making of nationalism. The identity of the nation, as you know, is most often symbolized in a figure or image. This helps create an image with which people can identify the nation. It was in the 20th century, with the growth of nationalism, that the identity of India came to be visually associated with the image of Bharat Mata. The image was first created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in the year 1870s. He wrote Bande Mataram as a hymn to the motherland. Later it was concluded in his novel Anand Math and widely sung during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal. So in the year 1870, this image of motherland, Bharat Mata, was created visually by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. The image of Bharat Mata, visual, not abstract. A visual picture was created in the minds of people through the hymn Bande Mataram by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. So Swadeshi movement, Avindranath Tagore painted that image of Bharat Mata, which was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, and in abstract form, in painting form, it was painted by Avindranath Tagore. In this painting, Bharat Mata is portrayed as an ascetic figure, a spiritual figure. She is calm, composed, divine, and spiritual. In subsequent years, the image of Bharat Mata acquired many different forms. As it circulated in popular prints and was printed by different artists, devotion to this mother figure came to be seen as an evidence of one's nation. The ideas of nationalism also developed through a movement to revive Indian folklore. In 19th century, Indian nationalists began recording folk tales sung by birds. Birds means the people who travel in the village side singing the folk song. They are known as birds. And they toured village to get together folk songs and legends. These tales, they believed, gave a true picture of traditional culture that had been corrupted and damaged by outside forces. Here, outside forces mean the foreign cultures. It was essential to preserve the folk tradition in order to discover one's national identity and restore a sense of pride in one's past. In Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore himself began collecting ballads, nursery rhymes, and myths, and led to the form movement for folk revival. In Madras, Natesa Sastry published a massive four-volume collection of Tamil folk tales, the folklore of southern India. He believed that folklore was national literature. It was the most trustworthy manifestos of people's real thoughts and characteristics.